Today we will tell you the story of space rocket. This story starts with three great friends, Noah, Wendy, and Ferrus. We'll focus on Noah Norton. He lives in Seattle with his grandparents since his parents died a long time ago. Noah loves the space since his parents were astronauts. Noah has always been very intelligent, but he has economic problems. And as always, there's a villain in the story, which is Dexter. He's a rich kid, but very envious of Noah for his intelligence. Noah arrives, and Ferrus invites Noah on vacation to his beautiful hometown, which is Tarimoro. But Dexter, as always, tries to ruin his plans, follow them there. Ferrus takes Noah to a place where supposedly a meteorite fell 20,000 years ago, something Noah had already been studying. The place was beautiful, a waterfall with a large mountain with a strange shape. Noah noticed it was an entrance behind the waterfall and decides to go, but Dexter follows him silently. Entering the cave, Noah realizes that this meteorite was different from the others. It emanated a strange purple light, so he was too surprised, as was Dexter, who followed him in there. Noah decides to approach and touch it just like Dexter saw, but fell out and fell into the river of the waterfall unconscious. Noah didn't know it yet, but a hero had been born, but a villain had also been born, Dexter. Noah and Ferrus return to Seattle as does Dexter, but by any account, Noah feels too sick. The color of his eyes has changed. He is very blurry, he has too much fever. He is tired, so his friend Wendy decides to go to see him and try to help him since he is in medicine. But she can't understand what is happening to him, so all that is left is to wait to see what happens next with Noah. Dexter is in a hospital and also feels tired and very sick. He was worse than Noah since his body, but especially his face, were disfigured, and also some purple crystals were embedded in his forehead and chest and cannot be removed in any way. After a few days, Dexter wakes up, but is no longer him. He's a dragon, so he realizes that he can transform absolutely whatever, and there is born the new transmuter. Noah, in his room, is still feeling something strange, even has noticed that his skin changed to blue. For some reason, Noah tried to leave a meteorite he has in his room that his parents gave him. To his surprise, he does it much easier and discovers that he has powers. He can also fly and is super fast, hear the thoughts of other people, be invisible, and what more shocking for him, you could say that he has galactic powers. So from that moment, the superhero space rocket is born. Dinosaur that spits fire begins to attack Seattle, so a space rocket goes to stop it. The dinosaur spits all the fire possible, and at that moment, the space rocket discovers another of his powers, which is to be immune to fire and many other things. The dragon disappears and becomes the transmuter. At that moment, the transmuter reveals his identity to Space Rocket and tells him that he is Dexter and everything that happened in the Tarimoro waterfall, so he knows that Space Rocket is Noah. There they keeping arguing for another wall until they start to fight. They're given with everything they have, and the city begins to shine in an incredible way. As the two use the full potential of their powers, it was a pretty epic fight, and with the right winner, Space Rocket defeated the Transmuter, throwing molten rock meteor that also discovered that his was his weakness, so the Transmuter fell down to the ground to later be sent to prison with the maximum security in the world. The Transmuter plans his escapes from prison and succeed, hoping to get revenge on Space Rocket, and for this, he will involve his parents and Noah's grandparents, so he promised to return and make Space Rocket suffer.